I love that song so much.
I do too.
It's so good.
Bunsen's on the go now. Woof, woof, we're gonna have a good time.
Check one, check two.
Bunsen's on the go now. So let the good times roll. Bunsen's in the track.
Instagram.
Sending yellow. Cracking up the back. From the cat to the beaver. Even mom's in the mix. Oh, Bunsen's in the chat. Let the good times roll.
Well. All right. We are live everywhere, Chris. We got her going. We're good to go.
Wow. We're good to go. I love it. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us looking at us.
We have technology. We have technologied. Oh, you know what? I'm got a weird angle. There we go. I'll just move my computer back a bit. It was like the angle up my nose, which is not good for live video. Hello to folks. Hello to folks listening on Twitter. Hopefully our audio is okay.
Should I go way back here too? So I don't have that view?
No, it's up to you. You can do whatever you want. But when you like zoom in, it really zooms in. Like if I change our orientation to like this nonsense, like then we're really zoomed in, right?
Oh yeah. I don't want to be that zoomed in.
Oh,
I'm not even on there anymore. I guess I'm deleted. No,
no,
there I am. Hooray!
We're back.
We're back.
Okay, time to get going. Hello, pet enthusiasts. My name is Jason Zakowski. I'm the dog dad of Bunsen, Beaker, and Bernoulli, the science dogs on social media. My co-host with the mostest is...
Hi there, I'm Chris Zakowski. I'm the dog mom to Bunsen, Beaker, and Bernoulli, and the cat mom to Ginger.
Good to see everybody. Pet Chat is our live show. We do this once a week. Excuse me. We take questions and we tell stories. And then if our community has any stories that they'd like to share, we invite them up to share. It's just a wholesome 45-minute, 1-hour show. And we've been doing it for years. And we've now expanded to include all of our different social medias. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody on Instagram who's watching. Hello, watching live. I want to give a shout out to the folks on Facebook who are watching live, and YouTube, and then Twitter video, and of course the smaller group that's in Twitter Spaces right now, which is, or X Spaces. It's like the audio only thing. So hello to everybody. We usually start with some Q&A. So if you got some questions for us, drop them in the chat. We'll get to your questions, and then we'll get on with the rest of our show. Dr. Barbara Lee said, we just came from the LA Civic Center No Kings demonstration. Came home to see Bunsen and Benson. Bernoulli and Benson. Probably Bernoulli and Bunsen. Yes. Well, that's great. Thanks for coming. I know those were very, very, very big rallies in the States. We've seen the photos. And Chris, you and I were at our own rally, but yesterday, 2 days ago, yesterday, 2 days ago, yesterday.
Well, which was it?
I don't know.
It was on Friday, so yesterday.
It was yesterday, yeah.
We went to City Hall for an education rally because we are teachers and we are currently on strike. And we went to a rally with our two locals, and we went to the barbecue after.
It was very well attended. It was packed. So I was happy to see all the support, and tons of the public were honking their horns in support of us as they went by. So that is quite a bit outside my comfort zone to do stuff like that for sure. But yeah. Oh, Sarah's like, am I glitching? Yeah, I'm glitching. I'm glitching out. Holly says, I don't know. Holly says Bunsen should write your rally signs. Yes. So that was a joke in text from Bunsen this week. And then Paul is watching on YouTube. Hello.
Yeah. And last week he had 2 weeks of excellent signs.
Yeah. Though I liked the signs I made.
Yeah, the sign you made was amazing.
Yeah, it actually was on the paper, but nobody knows who nobody knows who Chit is. So the sign made me laugh, but
yeah. I shared it with my teaching friends. Like I have a group, and they're like, "Who's Chit?" And it just made me laugh. Just made me laugh. Like it is so funny. Do it, lady.
Amira has a question. How is cart training? Well, we haven't started it per se, but we need to start doing some of it. We were told to wait until Bernoulli's 2 before he starts to pull anything, but so I thought that's when you would start it. But then I've also been told or read that there's things you can work on before the dog starts pulling the cart. So yeah, that's something that we can work on. I don't know how to start that. So that's something I probably need to watch a YouTube video about, but there is a lady in the area that teaches carting. So that's a plan. Probably it's a good reminder for us to reach out, because it's just not going to happen if we don't do it. Right. Unless we
yeah. And there's a lady in Three Hills who's selling her cart for $800.
They are not cheap. Like a really nice, Newfoundland or burner cart, like the big dogs that pull, they are not cheap. So yeah,
and I wouldn't want to get the wrong one. And we haven't been in touch with Sandy, who is the lady who I was in communication with. But the good thing that we have done is Bernoulli's gone through training. You know, he's got his level 1, 2, and 3. So he has some skills that he can transfer into carting. So it's not like we're starting from zero, Jason.
No, but I mean, it's a pretty tall order just to hook a cart up to a dog and get them to pull. Like it's a lot of, there's a lot of work.
We did that with Bunsen.
We did that with Bunsen and he pulled the things because he's a good boy.
Yeah, he just pulled the things. There was a little sled and the kids were in the sled and we're like, here. And we got a harness and put it on Bunsen and he just plodded along.
Yeah.
Probably not what you should do.
No.
That's probably what not to do.
Yes.
We don't know what we're doing.
No. Most of the time we don't. All right. So there doesn't look like there's any other questions. Are there any questions on Twitter, Chris?
No. Donna says hi to everyone. And Belinda says hello from the springtime future. It's 19 degrees Celsius where Belinda is. And Susan said Miss Tracy's book was a great read. And we have a hello from Bianca saying we 100% support all teachers. So thank you.
Oh, somebody didn't like that we mentioned no kings. I'm sorry. I don't know. It was in the comment. I was just reading the comments.
So that is a political movement right now in the States, Jason. It is a highly topical.
I just saw the photos
similar to, you know, things that there's two sides to every story, right? And there's people who are in support of things and who are not in support of things. And then the No Kings is a politically charged rally in the United States.
I was just reading comments, so sorry about that. We're
I think
Canadian.
It ties to their constitution, I think, and
we'll get
like we're a constitutional monarchy, so we have a king. He doesn't do anything, but
we have a king now.
He's a figurehead. Well, we had Queen Elizabeth for sure. The second, loved her as our queen, but it's different in the States.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. Looks like we are. Looks like we're out of comments. Okay. Let's get to the stories. I didn't make a Kahoot today. Sorry, everybody. I've been busy working really, really hard on something that we'll talk about probably in our story section, like the stories of the week.
Which is
Chris,
right now.
Which is right now. Chris, do you have any stories that you'd like to share, or do you want me to go?
Well, I thought we could say a word from our sponsor.
Yeah, sounds good. Oh, as I just stopped the Chiron from going. There we go.
Oops.
One of the sponsors of Pet Chat is barkandbeyondsupply.com. Barkandbeyondsupply.com is a small family-owned company. They got its start making joint supplements for dogs. We've been their partner on Pet Chat for years, and they're going to give somebody a $10 gift certificate. Hey, so somebody's going to win a little prize. That's very exciting. And check out their store. They've got awesome stuff for dogs and cats. And they also have very topical holiday things or around special days. As I always say, skip the big box stores and help out the little guy. Help out those small businesses. I think Jeff Bezos' Amazon has enough money. We can help out. We can help out some small people. Okay. All right. Susan is requesting the mic. Okay, well, do you want to bring Susan up real quick and see if she's got a question?
Sure.
And then we'll get to the stories today. I don't know if are you on that, Chris, there? I'll just look at some of the other
No,
comments.
I got her.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I got her. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan. Did you have a question or comment?
Yes. I'm wondering, I know that you're on strike.
Yes.
And I guess my experience in America is that you walk a picket line, but it doesn't seem that you guys do.
Oh, you're wondering about that. So some years in the way past, yes, teachers have done that. That is not happening this time because we have to pay union dues. I don't know if you had to as well, Susan, as a teacher, and we voted to make those very, very small, and that would include strike pay if we ever went on strike. And then because we don't have strike pay, we don't pick it. So that we're doing other things instead of that. Yeah.
I guess good for you guys.
Oh.
But I just wondered what the experience was in Canada versus United States.
Yeah, so that's
education is a provincial responsibility, so it could vary from province to province on how their strike action looks. There is strike action, but Jason's absolutely correct. We have 51,000 teachers out. We're at the central table bargaining part of our bargaining of our contract, and because of that, that's a lot of teachers, and they're not paying us strike pay. If it was smaller, if we were at the local section of bargaining, there might have been some money if there was only a couple boards on strike over local issues, but that's not the case this time. So our union representatives up in at our local location, like they are also with not taking strike pay either. So in solidarity, but that's just kind of a quick thing.
Go educators.
Thank you.
Thanks, Susan.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something that maybe we don't really want to talk about.
Yeah.
But
it's not necessarily a topic for Pet Chat. It's just that we are affected. No.
Yeah.
Thank you for the question though. Yeah, thank you for the question. All righty. Somebody did ask on Instagram about the update for the kitty hunt. I think maybe that was going to be one of your stories, Chris.
Well, for sure. It's Operation looking for a cat to join our family. We need the perfect cat. I have submitted a application into a rescue, and we have put feelers out at other rescues. But you know, we do have certain criteria, like a long or a medium haired cat. We need a cat that has, you know, a calm, I guess, a calm personality, but then also a confident personality, because we are a busy household with the 3 dogs. So we're just waiting.
That eliminates a lot of cats. Yeah, that we go and we see and we're like, oh, okay, but it's like no dogs. Single pet family. Some cats are like, I'm not good with any other animals. I am only good with people.
And myself.
Yeah. And some are like, I don't know about this cat. Maybe don't get this cat. And the cat's like just it's a feral cat that they just brought in and it needs to acclimate. So like, oh,
we saw a couple of those on our hunt for a cat. I'm like, what about those cats? And she's like, actually, all those cats in there are feral and they're not adoptable. I said, oh, okay, thank you. Yeah. Bye.
You can look at them. That's what you can do. I'm like, okay, good to know. Yep, good to know.
But that's fair to the cat too. Like, you don't want to set them up for like not having success. But I'm really grateful that we have talked to Dr. Sebastian Bowl about all things getting a cat. And so in my application, I talked about that. I talked about what we have in place to, you know, ease a transition for a new creature to come into our home.
Yep.
But that's all I have is the application in, and we're just waiting to hear back. There are some really cute cats that we've seen on social media, but you know, Ginger just fell into our lap. We happened to be in the Bone and Biscuit that day, and it was perfect. It was just so serendipitous to meet her, that she was there. And I don't know, like, I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait for the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. We are missing having a cat for sure. Yeah. All right. So this week, stories of the week is we've had a lot of time with the dogs as we are not currently working. So they've enjoyed that. That's allowed us to go to Sally's with them a couple times. Sally's Play Center. We did a post on Thursday with Red Deer Tourism about that. And there's a big contest. If you're local, though, it's an amazing contest. I couldn't believe how much stuff. I think it's like a 3-month membership and all this merch, and they like a $50 restaurant coupon thing. So people can, like, you set up a contest of how they want it. And it's like they have to tag people. And I'm just hoping whoever we roll to win is actually local to Red Deer, because you have to be to win the prize. You have to pick it up in person. Because the joy of it is you get to go to Sally's for free for 3 months. And then you get unlimited pool time too, right? Like, I think that's part of it as well. Like, the prize is very, very good. And yeah, if you're not near Red Deer, you're not going to get to play. So.
No, it's phenomenal. Jason, we love the facility. We bought a membership for a month, and we've been using it. And the dogs are having a great time playing with their new friends and running around and dock diving. That's a huge draw for us.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, because like we have to basically plan our day around when we go to dock diving, because it's 50 minutes, 45 minutes there. Like, it's a drive to get to the dock diving facility, and it's not open when we're teaching. So like during the winter, it's not. I know there's one in just outside of Edmonton that's inside, but that's like a 2-hour drive to get there. So this
that one's in
this is a relatively short drive, so it's awesome.
That one's in Leduc. It also looks very excellent. However, all they do is dock diving there. And like I was looking at their times and they didn't have like a ton of open times.
Yep. Whereas every time we go, we have unlimited access to this amazing pool, which I'm hoping, with us helping get the word out that more people go to Sally's because it's amazing. It's just so cool.
Well, what I love is that there's the clients that are there, they look and they see like the amount of fun that Bernoulli and Beaker are having.
Yeah, they cheer them on. Yeah, they cheer them on because it's elevated, right? So the dog playing inside, you get like a cheering squad of dog parents and dogs watching Bernoulli and Beaker swim and jump. Because not every dog wants to swim. Like Bunsen wouldn't go. And there's no way he would swim.
No way.
No. And not a lot of dogs jump off the dock either. Bernoulli does, which is, odd also for a Bernese Mountain Dog. Okay. So that's a story of the week. The other, I guess, there's a couple bigger stories and they're more centric to the stuff that we do outside of like with our social media. Last Sunday, I opened up to the public the pre-sale for our calendar and our book. And I want to thank everybody who supported us, including the Pop Pack, because they got a day early access to that. And it's hard to believe, but our calendar is 50% sold out. And we haven't even shipped it yet. So the calendar should arrive Monday or Tuesday. And then we're going to ship the calendars out next week, which is really exciting. So we're going to work our tail off to get those out, including the book. We haven't really pushed the book too much because we're on a bit of a time crunch with the calendar, but the book is also awesome. And that's Text from Bunsen Volume 4. So yeah, that's on our store and we're just really, really excited about it. And thank you for everybody who supported us.
I was going to tell another story, Jason.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm just excited about, because we worked really hard on the book during the summer. And our super fans, the Pop Pack, voted on some of the pictures. And the calendar is adorable. You worked hard on the dates. Like it's neat to see the things that we do come to fruition, and then they're going to go everywhere. Ireland, the United States, parts of Canada, United Kingdom, all Australia, New Zealand. Like they're going all over the world, which is just very, very exciting. Yeah. Oh, and some people are dropping comments about that. I had to get my new calendar, and the Text from Bunsen for a book is the best. Paula got the ebook, and I know she was talking about how good or how much she's enjoying it. So that's really nice to hear. Thanks, Paula. Okay, yeah, your story, Chris, go.
I have two. So we've been exploring Red Deer, the trails around Red Deer. Because we can take the dogs for a walk at midday, and we don't have any planning to do for the next day. So we've been trying out new areas. So we went to a place called Garden Heights, and it allows us to practice on-leash training, on-leash walking with the dog. And we also went to Safety City. And there was like a whole schwack of Canada geese in the pond there. And Beaker was like, "Oh, those are so cute. I think I want to get them." And Julie was on point going, maybe I'd like to get them too. But it was super fun to be able to go for a walk with our dogs and get them tired out and all healthy. Their hearts are healthy. They're walking hard. They're doing great things. And then today we went on.
Go ahead. Yeah.
And today we went on the wagon walk, which allowed a pack walk with other dogs. And Bernoulli and Beaker were very, very excited at the beginning. Probably, well, they were very excited because there was a lot of dogs there, but they haven't been going to Waggles because we're home. And so they haven't seen their friends. But some of the dogs that were there are their friends from doggy daycare. And they're like, hey, we miss you. We want to play with you. Bark, 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 which we don't really love. So again, it's good to get them out practicing so they're not barking or being annoying.
It's not like they were losing time, but they were barking a bit. Like they
were. It was
a bit, and but once we started walking, they were great. It was fine the rest of the time. Like Yep.
And my last story. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. No, I was gonna. I know Holly's listening, and there's a family that has beagles that knows Holly, and we got to say hi to this family that's got 3 beagles, and the beagles are sure cute. There's little things with their white tip tails.
Yeah, they wanted to get a picture of all the dogs, but we were having a beagle meetup. That's what I called it, like the bee dog meetup.
Oh yeah, all the bee names. Yes, beagles and the bee squad.
Yeah, so that was cute.
Yeah.
But Jason is the most amazing human on the earth. I can tell you this because, and I'm probably annoying, honestly. So we went for a walk at home on the property like we do. And I must have dropped one of the phones out of my pocket. And I used Jason's old phone to take pictures because it automatically uploads to his to our iCloud storage, so he gets content just miraculously on his phone. It's great.
Yeah, I love that.
But I was like, oh no, I can't find the phone. And then I did a find my phone, find my friends, and it was showing as being last pinged down at the creek. And so Jason's like, it's okay, I got it, I can go there. And I'm like, oh no, I'll come with. But he went off ahead, and then I went because I thought I'll just retrace my steps. No, Jason used technology. He was like, this is where the last place it was. So he went bloop, and he found the phone. He found the phone just random. It must have fallen out of my pocket when I was bending down to give the dogs treats or what have you. Jason found it probably within 5 minutes?
Yeah, well, it told me on the map where it was. Like Google Maps has our creek, and I've walked that creek my entire freaking life. I know every bend of the creek. I know our property. I could walk it blindfolded in the dark. Like it's such a huge part of my heart. And I knew where the phone pinged. I knew exactly where that spot was. That spot, that spot was within, I don't know, 100 meters. I don't know what that is in feet. Sorry, Americans. Of where Bunsen found the lost dog. That's where it was.
Oh.
It was on the walking path right across from where Bunsen found the lost dog. So because there wasn't a lot of snow there's no snow down there, I was able to kind of like jog to it relatively quickly. But yeah, that's where it was right across from. Yep.
Yeah. But then what did I do? I went backwards and I went all the way up to the top, and I was like redoing the whole thing. And then I called you and I'm like, where are you? And you're like, where are you? I said, well, I'm on retracing my steps. And you're like, I texted you that I had the phone. I'm like, oh, I didn't see that. And then you're like, well, I need to.
You were out in the wilderness. I don't know why you went. I thought you were going to get lost.
I know. And you're like, well, I can't let you off the phone now. I have to watch to make sure that you come around and that you're safe.
Yeah, because the last time you went off by yourself, you did get lost on the property.
No, I was okay. That was the day we thought Doc was lost, and I was wearing pink pajamas, and I looked like a fuzzy Hubba Bubba, piece of gum that would have been really tasty for a bear.
Yes.
Yeah, that was that day.
Oh my God.
I know I did. I looked like bright pink bubble gum.
That's the phone shenanigans.
But Jason is so amazing. He's got a GPS in his brain that can take him wherever he needs to go. Today on the walk with Waggles, I was already turned around and lost. And the lady's like, yeah, we're going to go this way. And I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm hanging out with you, or I would have been eaten by the bear.
Yeah. That was a long walk. That was a 70-minute walk. So it felt like for a bit we were just walking to the middle of nowhere, but it looped around. You just have to look at the sun, Chris. The sun tells you
Just
what
gotta look
direction.
at something, I guess.
No, the sun, the star in the sky, it tells you what direction you're going. Unless it's noon and it's right above your head, then you are screwed. So,
Oh,
I guess our last story before we get community sharing, unless you've got others after this. I see Marla's here with it on Twitter or X with Team Service Roddy. I posted on X a teaser. We've been talking about this and mentioning it, and it's not something we've really like said a lot. But since the end of July, start of August, we've been working with Marla on a dog training course using her brain and her expertise, and my editing skills, my video editing skills. We've been working with her on a dog training course, and I teased a little video of it, and people thought it was very cool. And it's going to be like a level 1 dog training video. Now, remember, you and I are not, we're not the experts, but Marla, who is trained service dogs, is. So it's
Marla made a comment in the chat. FYI, you can mark the phone with a scent like cloves. You can teach the dog the scent, and they will find your phone for you.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. That Marla, that is an excellent idea. Find the phone, and then they'll go find it.
But on the course, that's why I didn't have Kahoot today. I've been working and editing that all day, which I really enjoy. I love editing videos. It's my favorite. I love making videos and editing them. That's super fun to me. The course should be done like start of November. That's when we're looking to launch it. Yeah, so that's exciting. Because it's something I've been picking away at for months. But it's really good. I think it's good. You took a look at it the other day and you were shocked how much stuff there was.
Oh, well, I wasn't shocked. I knew that there was a whole lot of stuff there, but there's stuff that you're creating that I was a little surprised. So I don't know. Should I tell people, like, when you plan something, like with your classes, you plan it in 5 seconds, and sometimes it looks like something, on a ripped off piece of paper and like 4 words on it, and like the game is all whatever. Whereas I'm meticulous, like I like the stuff in boxes or like a mind map, or you call it formatting. You're like, Chris, are you still formatting? You hate that.
I can't stand people screwing around with formatting and making it look perfect. I'm like,
I know, but you had part of the journaling that we're wanting, to incorporate as part of the course, and it was like stellar. I was like, whoa. Not to be offended, to offend you, because like you're so amazing, but honestly, I was a little shocked. I was like, whoa, this is well thought out and amazing.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Back to it.
If I got your seal of approval for formatting, that's pretty good.
I'm pretty picky about the formatting.
Yeah. I always have mistakes on like quizzes. Kids are like, this question 13 is on 2 pages. And I'm like, well, I guess just read it on 2 pages. Like look, A, 13A and B is on this page and C and D is on the other one. Like, just smush them together and you got a whole question. So, but I guess I should take more time to look at that kind of thing.
Or do you have 2 13s on it? Is more like it.
Oh yeah, they're like, how come there's 3 17s? I'm like, well, the first 17 is 17, the next 17 is 18, and the third 17 is 19. So let's just fix that.
Yeah. It just makes me laugh. And it's well done. There are videos and quizzes and journal. Like, we're really proud of the product.
Oh, I'm looking through the comments on X, and we didn't do a Kahoot today, and Kathy studied.
I know. Yeah.
Sorry, I lost track of time, honestly. Yeah. All right. I think that's it from my stories. I don't know if you got any other, Chris. We can see if the community has any other questions or if they have any stories they'd like to share. So if you have any questions that we didn't get to, or maybe I missed it, especially on Instagram, it's hard for me to see the questions because it's on another page. Just retype it or repost it. For the people watching live on X, YouTube, and Facebook, all of your comments come to my one screen. So yeah. All right, Chris is moving stuff around here.
Yeah, I brought up Kathy to speak. Hi, Kathy.
Hi. I just came with a quick thing. Ella turns 6 tomorrow.
Oh, yay.
Yep.
Happy early birthday.
Yes. And she's turned back into a puppy. She has puppy energy again.
Oh.
And she started a Bernoulli thing. She started chasing a ball and retrieving it, which I do not understand.
Bernoulli loves to do that. It's so weird.
And it's nothing she ever did when she was a puppy. She had no interest. But all of a sudden, she was picking up, it was a kind of a lightweight, but larger ball that you can use to like rub out cramps in your muscles and things like that.
Yeah.
And she was tossing it up in the air, and she brought it over to my husband to throw and chased it, and came zipping back with it. So whatever's gotten into her, it's a miracle. And like I said, she's turning 6, so we're really happy.
Mm-hmm. And for folks listening, and maybe they don't know, Ella was diagnosed with a cancer years ago, right?
Yes, with lymphoma. We didn't think she would live to be 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a year ago. No, it was she was diagnosed more
almost
than
2 years
two
ago.
years
Yeah.
ago. Yes,
Yeah. And the vet still has no explanation for it.
Oh.
But she's doing great. You know, she had a part of a toe removed, and that doesn't bother her at all. So whatever it is, everybody at the vet loves her, and everybody has to come and see her and pet her every time she goes in.
Aw.
And with everything she's had done, she still loves going to the vet. So we're very lucky, very fortunate. I know that's how you feel about Bunsen too.
Yes, we
Yes.
were given the gift of more time with him, and that's a pretty special thing for sure.
It is. So the way we're going to celebrate tomorrow is I'm going to make her a Golden Ratio Mom dog waffle in the morning. I have a little recipe book that Jen wrote years ago, actually, a little paperback, and it has the waffle recipe in it.
Sweet.
Yeah. So we're making the dog waffle, which basically is a waffle without sugar in it.
Nice. Yeah.
And then put some whipped cream on top.
I would eat that.
Yep. So that's it from here. Other than that, my lilacs are blooming again, which is insane. But the weather's been so warm here, I don't understand any of it. We have all kinds of flowers blooming that only bloom in the spring.
That is odd.
Yeah.
At least our snow has melted. We had the middle of October. What was it like? No, not the middle. It was the start of October, right? No.
Mm-hmm.
When did it snow? A week ago?
Yeah.
I think like a week ago. And it was the record coldest day in the history of ever in Alberta for October. And yeah, it snowed.
No. Chris.
Yeah, it was. I know it wasn't my favorite. I don't like that story. But now it's like warming up, so that's beautiful. So we're just enjoying
warming up in the close to noon and afternoon. The evenings and mornings are very chilly. Yeah, like they're cold. You can see your breath, and there's frost on the ground.
Oh yeah, where I live in the Twin Cities, some places have had frost, but where we live, no, we haven't had temperatures I don't know off my hand. I can't translate, but
Just waiting.
in the 40s in Fahrenheit is the lowest we've gone
32
so far.
32 degrees is when things freeze for you, right? Is that your zero?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's 5/9 minus, I don't know. I know the formula, but yeah. So anyway, that's all. Just wanted to celebrate Ella's birthday with you.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing,
Have a-
Kathy.
Yep. Have a great week.
Take care.
It's times by 9, divide by 5, and add 32.
What is it?
Times by 9, divide by 5, and add 32.
Because that's not confusing at all.
It's all good.
I don't know how you do that in your head. You'd have to average it, right? Is that going from Fahrenheit to Celsius or Celsius to Fahrenheit?
Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Yeah. That's a ridiculous system, Kristen.
Okay,
I-
well,
I estimate 2 times.
Yeah, just times it by 2. Yeah.
Just times it by 2. It's close enough.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Except when it gets too cold or close to 0.
Exactly. Then it's all messed up.
Very messed up.
We should just switch. I fully admit it. We should just switch. You know, I do have one more question. This is kind of a science question, or maybe it's a question that Bianca or someone could help with. I was just looking at a cookbook, and in the back of the cookbook, it has equivalents. So it says what a tablespoon is, and then it says how many milliliters it is. But it says how many milliliters it is in Canada. And then the next chart, the next column of the chart says how many milliliters it is in Australia.
Oh,
It's
weird.
like, how can it be different? And it is. At one point, it's like 60 in Canadian and 55 in Australian.
Oh, that doesn't make
Don't
any sense.
understand that.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. Yeah. Okay. As long as it doesn't make sense to you either.
No.
Thank you.
There's there's less gravity down there, so just things are just different.
I don't think that's it. That's fake.
That is not true. Donna was trying to come up, but something was glitching there. Bianca's coming up, so maybe she can answer that question. But Brittany, you are next. So hello, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
Am I on?
You are. Hello.
Yeah, you are. Hello.
Hi from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Hello.
Love you guys. And I gotta tell you, I follow so many people in Canada and Europe and everything that I just automatically Google, the weather. And but when it gets way, way down, I get confused because at some point it seems like they equal the same amount.
Minus 40.
Yeah, minus 40.
Yeah, minus 40 Celsius and Fahrenheit become the same scale for a brief fleeting moment.
Yeah, because we were down to like 13 below last winter, and it was incredibly brutal, and it looked like we were kind of around the same thing with you guys, which it just seemed crazy to me.
Minus 40 is brutal.
Minus 13 is minus 25. That's cold. Yeah, minus 25
Cool.
that's cold. That's like it's uncomfortable to be outside if you don't have the right gear. Minus 25's yeah. The sad thing for us is we get like end of December and January, it's minus 25 or colder the whole time. So when it gets colder than that, and then it hits like minus 35 and 40, and then when it gets back to minus 25, you're acclimated to that extreme cold. So minus 25 is like, oh, it's nice, like it's not as bad, and it's like the craziest thing that happens in your brain. You're like, oh my god, it warmed up to minus 25. This is great.
And your lungs aren't burning, and yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I get that. I walk outside and it's like 0 degrees, and I'm like, oh, that's better.
Yeah, it's balmy. Put on some shorts.
Yeah.
Put on some shorts, tank top, whatever. Yeah. Thank you. That's it. That was it.
Thanks, Brittany.
Thanks, Brittany.
Maybe we'll go to Bianca and then Donna. Bianca, is milliliters different in Australia? Because you're in Australia.
Yeah, I've heard that it's actually like it's not a lot. It's only like 5 or 10 mils different, but it can cause huge problems if you're cooking with different recipes.
That's so weird.
Yeah, a friend of mine is a chef at a school, and so the kids always stuff up recipes because they just get things off Google or whatever and then wonder why it doesn't work. So just got to be on the ball. And as to why they're different, I have no idea. It's probably just one of those things where we're just a bit different.
Oh, okay. I've Googled it. It's a metric tablespoon is different in Australia versus Canada, but a milliliter is still a milliliter. Like if you're talking about a milliliter, it's the same in Australia, but your and our measurements of things like tablespoons and teaspoons are slightly different, which is crazy.
Yeah. Well, I suppose volumes is more a standardized thing. Like a milliliter is a standard thing, whereas a cup size, well, someone just had to decide that, didn't they?
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry, Kathy, I've no idea why it's different, just that it is.
Well, it's good to hear from you, Bianca.
Thank you, Bianca.
Anytime.
Okay, we'll go to Donna. It looks like you figured out your tech to get up here.
Yeah, y'all keep freezing and I have to get back in. I don't know, because it's a beautiful 68 degrees in Vegas without a cloud in the sky. Sorry, y'all. Anyways, so I can answer some of this. Bianca, you can also narrate my life story anytime you want to. Love the Australian accent. But liquid form is usually the same no matter where you go, except the stupid United States that has to do everything different. When you're talking about those metric teaspoons and tablespoons and such, my philosophy is because Australia used to be a penal colony and they used to send the crazies there. So y'all just picked whatever you wanted to do, which is all right with me. But the majority of the issues that people have with baking in different countries is it's gonna sound crazy, but it's like the water. It's like getting a New York bagel versus a bagel in somewhere else. The way the water and what minerals are in it, how it's softened, but it's also altitude. So if you have any kind of altitude and if you're south of the equator, there's a lot that's a little different if you're trying to cook an American recipe. So I know a lot of people go to Google, but it's almost better to just ask AI, like, hey, I'm making an American recipe. Can you convert it to Australian or Canada for me? That'll help you. Just my 2 cents from having to cook and chef up cuisine from everywhere.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Like if you're in Colorado, like one of the cities in Colorado that's really high, you're going to have to cook stuff in water for way longer because it boils at a lower temperature.
And that's it's a little bit different because you're a scientist. So the boiling point of water is 212 Fahrenheit. So whatever that is in Celsius.
100.
But in Colorado, the boiling point of water is 76 degrees.
Yeah. That's crazy, isn't
it?
Yeah.
It's nuts because the air is thinner.
Yep.
And then just you guys talking about, I'm sorry, it was it Belinda from Indianapolis? So when you're talking about weather and everybody's like, oh my God, it's balmy. The worst thing somebody can tell me is when it's 120 degrees and they tell me it's a dry heat. Hot and freaking. And then when to follow up on that cold story, I had a trip in Montana one time, and as I'm coming into land, and there's people that were on cruises and senior citizens in shorts and sandals, and this is like February. And we're going to land in Montana, and the pilot comes on and goes, "Hey, welcome to Great Falls, Montana, where it's a balmy minus 60. And I said, "Did he just say minus 60? And then I literally tried to roll my suitcase to the rental car, and it wouldn't go. It's going, ee, and then just trying to start the car. Cold is cold, so, and hot is hot, but I'm not jiggy with those two extremes. I feel, Chris, in the wintertime, I would quit the winter too. It's nice for a minute, you know, but after that minus 40, minus 60 shenanigans, no. And same here with it. 100 to 120 for a million days. No, you have to have swings in weather. You can't have straight hot or straight cold. Not jiggy. I don't really have a pet story, but I had talked to Kathy on my last road trip here to Vegas, and we talked about Ella a lot. And I feel like that's Angel up there making sure you get plenty of years with Ella, like she gave you. And little Minnie is sitting there going, not going to be the only cat in this house. So happy birthday, Ella. Aww. And that's it for me. Sorry, you guys are on strike. It's horrific. I think teachers need to be paid like, I guess, politicians and astronauts, because y'all are shaping the future. So that's just my 2 cents. But I hope that ends for y'all soon.
Thanks, Donna.
Thanks, Donna. And then you mentioned in the chat about Callie being the feral cat. I do know that you did find her outside, and now she's the perfect kitty. So we're just hoping for a perfect cat too. And Callie is beautiful.
I'll be honest. I was kind of surprised. I wasn't ready for her because Simba had just died, and the vet texts me a picture of her and says, "I know it may be too soon, but would you think about fostering?" So they go, "She was a feral. We caught her. We just didn't want to put her back out on the street. She was part of the trap spay and neuter program." And they go, "We just don't want to put her back out on the street for her to get run over," because Dallas is a big city. And I said, "Sure, I'll foster her." And my vet knew immediately. And Kathy, ironically, knows my vet because she lives in Minneapolis now, and she's the doctor of veterinary medicine at the University of Minnesota. So Kathy knows her. But she was like, "I knew the minute you met her, you would fail." But Callie, I'm used to a loving cat that's always all over you. And she was not. So ferals at first are hard to touch and whatever. It's just a lot of patience. And I sat on the floor with her a lot, and I just gave her space with her food and threw out toys. She didn't know how to play with toys for 6 months. And then all of a sudden now she's just like, "Here's a fake mouse. Here's a fake bird. I love you. Oh, you've been gone too long. Let me poop in your shoe." So she's the best. And it literally took a lot of love. And I've had kittens just handed to me, and they're like the greatest. But the feral cats, they know you save their butts. I'll just say that.
Gord has taken, or my father-in-law has taken in quite a few since we've been here, like feral cats that have wound up on the farm, and they've all been really nice cats, which is cool. Yeah. I don't know who's next. Maybe we'll go to Belinda and then Karen. Belinda, you came up, I think, before Karen. So go ahead, Belinda.
Hello from the future, everybody. Yes, I just wanted to confirm that Australian measurements are different. For some reason, we have 4 teaspoons, which is 5 mils, equals a tablespoon, which is 20 mils, whereas others equal 3 teaspoons, which equates to 15 mils. And just on something that I think Donna said about the weather, just before the pandemic hit and everything shut down, I was on, or maybe it was the year before, I was in sort of in a European country for holidays, in the middle of January. So the temperature I was coming back from was minus 18 Celsius, which is like 0 Fahrenheit. I came back to Sydney where it was 42 degrees Celsius, which is 108 Fahrenheit. So I was coming back to a 60-degree temperature differential. The next year it was only -1 Celsius. I can't remember what, but I was coming back to like only 35 degrees Celsius. In Brisbane, in both of those years, it was like, I think, 34 and 30, but it was more humid. So it was hotter in Brisbane. It felt hotter in Brisbane, where I have siblings living, because the humidity is greater. So you had 118, very high humidity. So it felt the crushing weight of the water in the air made it feel like 60 degrees Celsius.
Oh my God.
And I grew up in Brisbane, so I'm used to the humidity. But it was really strange because one year when I was working for this particular job, I had to go to Darwin, which is the capital of the Northern Territory, which is in the centre of Australia, top end, centre of Australia, in the middle of winter. And in the middle of winter in Darwin, it gets to 31 degrees. So Celsius, which is practically the summer temperature for everywhere else. And here I was when I wasn't working, and I had to rip off my work jacket as soon as I got outside, because it was boiling hot, sweating like no tomorrow. Yet the locals were all wearing like 4 jumpers, a cardigan, and an overcoat, because comparatively 31 degrees for them in the middle of winter was like 2 degrees anywhere else in Australia. So even temperature is different depending on where you are in the country. Let's just call it different.
We love you guys, though, Belinda. We love the Australians.
Thank goodness for that. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And that's it for me for this week. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Belinda. I appreciate you and Bianca chiming in from the future, telling us a little bit about the country. It's great. We'll go to Karen. Thanks for waiting, Karen. You're up.
Hi, Karen.
No worries. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Not to make this the cooking measurement and conversion show instead of pet chat.
I was wondering about that. I'm like, how can we fit in more animals? Go ahead.
I just have to say, one of the things I love is that we do get to hear from like all of our friends in Australia and everywhere else around the world, because I really miss Australia and the time I lived there. And nobody ever told me there was a difference in the measurement conversions. So as an American living in Australia and cooking some American recipes, I never had a problem with the conversions. I just did the conversion and went, oh, okay, that's this measure. And some things that would come out to be like, 127 milliliters or grams or whatever. And I'd be like, oh, okay, so 125 because that was easy or whatever. But it all worked out just fine. And the more challenging thing was like getting my dog from the US to Australia and then back. But there, I'm trying to work in pets for you, Chris.
Thank you.
So, it was one of those things, but our brains trick us so well that on the temperatures and stuff that like you become acclimated to that super cold. Like here in the South US, we get super acclimated to that hot.
Yeah.
Donna, you will be too, like before you realize it. And you will suddenly, when the temperature cools down from the hundreds to the 90s, you'll go, oh, it's so nice and cool today. And then realize you're talking about 90 something degrees Fahrenheit, which is, like 30, the high 30s.
Yeah, that's too hot.
Celsius, I think. So still way too hot, but you're like, oh, it's so nice and cool today. Oops. Yeah. So anywho, but yes, taking my dog to Australia and back was quite an experience. So Zane did quite well with that, but it was such a challenge. It was much easier to come back from Australia to the US than to going to Australia. I will say that.
There, and it's probably harder now. Like we've covered stories on the Science Podcast about the new rules that a lot of countries have enacted around like rabies and things like that. So I think it's probably even tougher to move a dog or a cat from country to country. So even for Canadians bringing, like if we were to take Bunsen Beaker Bernoulli to the States, there's like some pretty significant paperwork we've got to fill out before we even attempt that. So
yeah, and I like Australia is one of the toughest places to like take a pet.
Well, somebody brought
from
some cane toads over there, and you know that caused the whole thing.
Yeah, and I heard that somehow they got fire ants there, and I heard that from some friends and posting on Facebook or something, and I was like, "Oh, you guys need to kill those things before they get a chance to go anywhere because they're so invasive and horrible." But they work really hard to keep those like invasive species away and to keep rabies out.
This is true, yeah,
and everything else, and so that's why. But anyway, that's all. It was just the more cooking than pets. But I too, like Kathy, made sure I listened to the podcast so I'd be ready for Kahoot.
Oh no.
But it was a great podcast anyway. So and very interesting with the Alzheimer's and the tau protein reversal. So anywho, I thought that was fascinating. And that's all. You guys have a great week. Good luck with the government and negotiations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Donna,
so last week, sorry, Donna.
Donna has her hand up. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna add on to what Karen said. Hi, Karen, fellow Texan, by the way. A lot of people don't realize that Hawaii is the hardest place to take a pet. Even if you are a U.S. citizen, you have to pay $800 per pet to get this shot, and then they have to live in quarantine at the airport for 6 months.
Whoa.
So I was offered a job years ago and I turned it down because there's no way in God's green earth I was going to leave my pets at the airport for 6 months because they would be like, what happened to us? And that's because there's no rabies on the islands.
Yeah.
So it is bananas to try and bring a pet to Hawaii from the continental US.
I thought a couple of weeks was bad. I could imagine 6 months.
6 months. I was like, I can't. Well, and the fact that, a gallon of milk is $10 there and bread's like $4. So no, but yeah, just it's pretty strict here too. So, I mean, I understand that. I just think animals get a bad rap. And if you have rabies vaccines and you have all the documents, you'd be good to go. Just my opinion. I'm not trained.
Interesting. I did not know that about Hawaii. Well, I know Alberta is rat free. That's weird about our province.
Yeah, we have a rat-free province. I was thinking, Jason, maybe it's those conversions for cooking that make me not a very good cook. That's my excuse.
Well, everybody is good at different things, Chris.
Yeah.
Everybody's bad. And everybody's bad at different things. I am bad at going up on the roof of houses because I don't like it and I'm scared of heights. So I will hire somebody to do that. That is what I'm bad at.
But you were good at fixing the stairs today by putting a brick under it.
Yeah, I sledgehammered a piece of tile and fixed and made the steps not so wobbly. It's great. Took 2 seconds.
It doesn't, and then when Ginger comes, she'll be like, "Oh, the hillbilly stairs out front."
No, it's just over time things settle, so that they just sunk a bit.
Yeah. Ginger thinks we're hillbillies.
How do you not have rats? Like,
we have a rat task
is there an
force.
invisible fence that rats can't cross into your province? It's not like there's walls.
If they come in and they're spotted, they're eradicated with judicious force. Like, it's wild. There's a rat eradication task force that's part of our province.
Yeah, it's called the cat distribution system.
No, there's no rats here. I had never seen a rat in my life until Chris and I went to New York City. I was like, oh my God.
And they're
it's a
just
rat.
in Central Park. They're
Yeah.
just there,
like, it's
slinking
a rat.
about in the little foliage. And I'm like, ratatouille.
Yeah. I've never seen one before. I thought they were just like pets people had, right? Like I was just sheltered living in Alberta in a rat-free province. It's hard
People
to
have
believe.
ferrets though.
Yeah, like it sounds like we're making it up, but it's true. Like just Google it if you don't believe us. It's they get into the grain and it caused a lot of problems way back when, and the simplest solution was just to eradicate them. Yeah, they did that unfortunately back then to a couple species, and some of them were wrong. They were one species that was a huge disaster was the swift fox. That was also, they were also eradicated from Alberta, which was terrible. Because they're little adorable things. They live, I think they've been reintroduced in southern Alberta from parts of the United States. Yeah.
So the word is extirpated.
Yeah.
So they're not extinct, but they're extirpated from our area.
Yeah.
And I just love them. They're so cute. You have to watch the Hinterlands Who's Who on the Swift Fox.
I love the swift fox. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we saw them in a zoo, and I'm like, oh my God, these used to be everywhere in Alberta, and then in the 50s the government killed them all. Awful. But they're pretty sneaky at getting into farmers' chicken coops, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like we're somebody in Instagram. Thank you. Her_83 says, I live in Alberta. It's true. There we go.
There you go. It's true.
Fellow Albertan. Have you seen a rat ever in your life in Alberta, Chris?
No.
No, never. No, I didn't even know it was a thing.
Until we went to New York and we were walking in Central Park in daylight, broad daylight.
Yeah,
and
but
it's like, what is that?
Yeah. They're all huddled under the bushes.
There were cute little raccoons where we were in BC.
Right. You're like,
do y'all have snakes?
We got rattlesnakes in the Badlands. Yeah. Yeah, there's that weird part of Alberta that's like a desert has rattlesnakes. It's this crazy weird little section that literally looks like, I don't know, parts of Nevada. It's not as hot, but there's rattlesnakes and cactus there. And garter snakes, they're not like, we don't have a lot of them. It's not like if you go out in the bushes where we live, you're not going to run into a snake. They don't live out there. I think
I love when somebody says, oh, that's a good snake. There's no such thing as a good snake. Sorry.
Garter snakes are kind of cool. They're just little guys.
Well, that's when we were on our honeymoon, Jay. We were walking through the redwood forest and I was like, snake. And it went across the path. And it was a garter snake. And I'm like, a snake. And you were like, Chris, don't do that. You're going to give me a heart attack. Because you thought there was a bear. Yeah. But so now now the joke is snake. No, the joke is now slow or stop, as opposed to saying, oh, there's a mountain slide over there with all the goats coming down. Got to use little words. Just yeah.
I don't think people will get that joke, Chris. That's an inside joke.
No, but it's pretty funny.
Visser_Kyle says, I have never seen a rat in Alberta either. Watch out for the rat police. That's true.
Kyle Visser.
Oh, that's Kyle Visser. Oh, very cool.
I taught with Kyle.
I swear there's like a certain amount of Alberta's budget is to eradicate rats. There's a rat task force. I think there's a rat hotline you can call. See a rat. Call the hotline and like they come and destroy them. It's crazy. It's weird when you tell people from other places that this is just what we are, and then they're like, what, are you serious? Yeah. Serious.
Yeah. Serious.
Okay, let's do the draw for Bark and Beyond.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. If you're watching live and you're still here, drop a comment. You'll be entered into the draw for barkandbeyondsupply.com. Enter, put a little comment if you're on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, so we know to put you in the draw, because Yeah, Kyle Visser says there is a rat hotline.
Are you Googling at the rat hotline?
Yeah, 310 farm. You call 310 farm if you see a rat. Report a rat.
I love it.
It's so stupid. It's a thing.
That's what I'm going to say at school. Like snitches get stitches, but it'll be like reporter at 310 farm.
Yeah.
And it'll be so funny. It'll be such a funny joke that I will laugh at.
Yeah, here it is. It's right on the government's website.
There you
Alberta's
go.
rat control problem.
Program.
Is this a rat? It's like you can take a quiz. Like, is this a rat or is it a mouse? Like if it's this, you better call it's a mouse. That's okay. Don't call the number. Don't worry about it. You're all good.
You're all good. That's so funny.
Okay, Anne has made a comment. One person. Okay. Got a good chance of winning a prize today, people.
Yeah, there's 19 here on Spaces.
Though, like, if you don't know a lot about other places in the world, like I'm sure Bianca and Belinda and oh man, her name is just Jamie, they could pull our leg about stuff in Australia in seconds because we wouldn't know. Like, I know a little bit about Australia, but if they make up some name of some creature and they're like, yeah, you gotta watch out, they live in your boots, I'd probably believe them. Like, watch out for that.
Okay, being a Southerner, has anybody ever asked you to go snipe hunting?
I've heard that before, yeah. But that joke, actually, I didn't know what that was until Up came out. Have you seen Up, Donna? Like with Doug and Carl?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right, because a snipe that's the thing with that was that creature in the show that the guy tried to find. And then I did a deep dive about snipes. Okay.
Donna, what's the name of the little boy in Up?
Russell.
Oh, Russell. There we go.
Russell. Yeah, Jason and I were driving to town and we couldn't remember his name.
He's your guy who's going to help you cross the street.
Okay, we've got everyone has a pet kangaroo. Okay, there we go. Bianca, Belinda, is that true? Somebody just said that's true in.
Oh yeah, they go down every street. You've got to watch out for drop bears. If you're walking in the bush, they fall on your head if you're not careful.
Even in the city, I was going to tell you guys about that one.
A drop bear.
They made sure to warn me about drop bears as soon as I got to Australia.
Yep. They look like koalas, but they're not. They're a lot fiercer.
They're terrifying.
Exactly.
Well, koala is a bear.
It's a marsupial, isn't it?
Aren't they called koala bears though? That's confusing.
They are.
Only people who aren't Australian.
Yeah. No, I know they're marsupial. They have a smooth brain. They're like a marsupial that part of their brain is just like pretty smooth. Okay.
So does that mean there's not a lot of thinking going on for the koalas? They're totally unqualified to do anything.
I didn't want to disparage the koala bear or the koala. Very cute.
They can be quite fierce though.
Yeah,
they do have big claws.
Yeah, I heard that they can mess you up. They're a wild creature.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, 21. Guess what? Somebody on Instagram won. Hey, Bayou Fred and Bear, you have won from Instagram. Bayou Fred and Bear, congratulations. You've won the $10 gift certificate from barkandbeyondsupply.com. There's the sound effect. Congratulations. Oh no,
Yay.
it's Bayou Fred. Bayou Fred and Bear. Did I say that? Bayou Fred and Bear? That's who won. Bayou, Fred, and Bear. So try to contact barkandbeyondsupply.com. I think they have an account on Instagram. And if you're having trouble, please donate. I'm in New Zealand. Okay, we'll tell them to donate in your name then. Wow, somebody from New Zealand is listening on Instagram. That's where the hobbits live. That's what I know.
In Hobbiton?
No, it was just filmed in Australia. No,
I
New
know.
Zealand. Yeah, New
New
Zealand.
Zealand.
Yeah.
And you can go visit Middle Earth too.
Yeah, it's a bucket list thing, but that's a long ways to go. That's a long plane ride. I think it's like the furthest from where we live in the world, actually. I did like where the furthest place is. There's a website you can do, and I'm pretty sure this one city in New Zealand is the absolute furthest from Alberta, Canada, on the entire planet. Yeah, really far away. Okay, so congratulations to Bayou, Fred, and Bear, but they're going to donate them. Her_83 says the Hobbits were just here in Edmonton. Yes, they were.
And they're coming to Calgary.
They are coming to Calgary. That's right.
In 2026.
We did not see them because we were at the Comic-Con on Saturday with Bunsen and Beaker. That was a whole thing itself. Very cool. Okay. Do you have anything else to say, Chris, before we wrap up?
No, just that thank you everybody for coming and listening to our stories and for sticking around. It did kind of go off of the rails a little bit from Pet Chat.
Yes.
And then we talked about wild animals, which I guess
we talked about cooking for half an hour. So thanks for sticking around.
We did talk about, thanks for sticking around for that. And yeah, that's we talked about the book, we talked about the calendar. We did go drop off the donated stuffies to the Ronald McDonald House here in town. That's something that we did. So thank you for the community for supporting donations of those 90 stuffies.
90 plus stuffies went to Ronald McDonald House. Cool.
And so that warms our heart that the little ones will be able to have a stuffy.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Yeah. So we did that. Bernoulli's going in the bathroom. Oh no.
No, it's closed.
Okay, good.
Or what?
I didn't say anything.
No, I'm pretty sure I closed that door. Well, Bunsen's woke up right by the camera.
Yeah, because he's like, what's going on in the bathroom?
Okay. Bernoulli's probably eating the toilet paper. All
right, I know. That's what I'm thinking. A little stressed out about it here.
He's fine. All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. We will see you guys next Saturday for Pet Chat. And if I guess a plug for some of the stuff we do. If you haven't picked up your calendar, we would love your support. We'll be shipping once the pre-sale's over Tuesday next week, then some of the pre-sale stuff goes away. The cost of the calendar will go up slightly and the shipping might change slightly as well. If you haven't got one of our stuffies and you're American, now's the time to do it before November 1st, because there's some bulletin that was sent out by Chit Chats that tariffs might be going up again November 1st for things. So yeah, if you're American, now's the time to get the stuffy. We'll send that out quickly as well. And listen to our podcast. We have a podcast out, new episode every week. We try to every week.
Now, Jason, did you post the new one? Because last week you didn't post it at all. We talked about it.
Yeah, it's posted. Yeah.
Okay. Hooray.
Yeah. Okay. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, Ming.